is Jesus Christ? Welcome to Plain Truth, where you can get straightforward, simple answers to basic questions about Christian faith. So, who is Jesus Christ? This is a great question because Jesus Christ is at the center of Christian faith. Christians believe that if you want to understand who God is, you just need to look at Jesus. Jesus shows us who God is because Jesus is God in human form. He's the fully divine revelation of God, God in the flesh, God with skin and bones. Now, if you look at Jesus' life, you'll definitely see how God wants human beings to live. But Jesus was much more than just a great teacher or leader or prophet. He didn't come just to give us ethical guidelines or ideas about how to live a more fulfilled life. God actually became human in Jesus. And that's what we mean when we talk about the incarnation. We're talking about Jesus being fully God, God in the flesh. And one of the reasons God became human in Jesus is because God wants us to know him in a personal way. God doesn't just want us to know God's will, what God wants us to do or not do. God actually wants us to know God's very self. And all of this is good news. Because it's easy to feel like God is some invisible force out there or some disinterested being who set the world in motion and then forgot all about it. But if you look at Jesus, you'll see a totally different kind of God. A God who understands exactly what it feels like to be human, and a God who cares for every single one of us. Now, a whole lot more can be said about Jesus Christ, but the plain truth for today is that Jesus is God in human form. So if you really want to understand who God is, just look at Jesus Christ.